Hi, my name is John, and this is my video out. I grew up in a town in northwest Iowa on the shore of Lake Okoboji. It was a very isolated kind of experience. It was a completely rural kind of area and lots of farms, lots of farm boys. When I was in high school, of course, that's the time when people started developing attractions. I realized how unsafe it would be to ever act on being gay there. I was sometimes called a sissy. I got beaten up. There was a group of boys that targeted me. This started actually before high school, even when I was in junior high school, and I would be getting beaten up, most every day during the fall and in the springtime, when you could get outside, because it didn't really happen within the school itself, just on the playground or going into town. I just kept whatever my attractions were to myself. In high school, I developed a friendship with this young man, and we had an experience together that freaked me out, and I was very homophobic about it, and tried to dissociate myself from it. And I didn't really come out to myself at that moment. It didn't happen until later. I went to college and at the University of Iowa, and I had a roommate that was gay, and his name was Bill. He was a really wonderful man, and he introduced me to soul music and Motown and that whole set of musical genres. And he came out, and it was like, well, this is great. I'm so glad to know him, but I didn't think I was gay. The longer I was around him, the more I began to wonder. And the more I was in his world, then I began to think about things differently. Around 1988-89, when my stepfather died, my mom came to visit me, and she just asked me, are you dating anyone? And I said, well, yeah, Mom, and as a matter of fact, I'm dating a man. His name's also John. And she was like, oh, I thought so. Anyway, she said, John, it comes from your father's side of the family. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, well, your father's people were that way. I said, what do you mean, my father's people? His family. He had a large Irish family, and hardly any of them got married. There were only 2 that got married, and the rest of them were all single. But, and she suspected they were all gay. And there was one uncle in particular, but anyway, she then said, well, do you think your father was gay? And I said, huh? And she said, yeah, well, he and this neighbor man both got hepatitis at the same time. And it made me wonder if he was gay. I said, well, maybe he was bisexual. So, for me, it was like, well, for her, it was like, a heart-rendering thing to reveal. But for me, it was like a joyful thing, because it gave me a history that I had no idea about, and a context that I had no idea about, and a different way to think about homosexuality. And of course, for me, all of these experiences were, opening new worlds to me. I think one of the most important things that we need to deal with as an LGBTQ community is to really embrace our transgender brothers and sisters, our intersex brothers and sisters, and our brothers and sisters that come from people of color communities. and to really try to find the intersections between their oppression as LGBT people and also, like, when they're people of color, those issues as well. Because we need to strengthen the whole LGBT community, and we need to raise our consciousness about racism and discrimination and xenophobia and transphobia, and also around immigrant rights. I think the favorite part about being me is that I made certain decisions in my life to come out, to like deal with the AIDS epidemic and come out in spite of it, and to, you know, of course I've worked to protect myself, to not get infected. And I just feel that by following my heart and not social expectations, it's made me feel like I've had a life worth living.